they had more money. So part one didn't have any money. Part two, because it was a hit, had more money. If I remember correctly, Canon Films was actually produced that film. I mean, the opening, is very promising with Leatherface, whacking a couple of drunk assholes. I'm trying to say the good things. And the amusement park setting, I thought, was, novel and unique. And the line, "The Saw is the family," was born in that movie, which they use as a tagline in Leatherface Part 3. Even it was engraved in the saw itself.
Gorgeous long saw, yeah.
Caroline Williams, always fucking awesome. She really stole the show in that film. She was really affable. Dennis Hopper is fucking hilarious, and he just chewing that scenery like nobody's business, and we all love him for it. But I think it's a piece of shit.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Well, number one, they made it a horror comedy, which is a subgenre that hits or miss for everybody, really, because humor is so subjective that what's funny for one person is not funny for the other. Kudos to Tobe Hooper for having the balls to take a completely different tone with part two than he did with part one. But for me, the family became the Three Stooges. Bill Moseley, fantastic actor. I'm not knocking him. I wanted to put his fucking head in a fucking television or some shit because he was just annoying as fuck to me. He was like the hitchhiker, but on cocaine, The cook just kept yelling all the fucking time. So, I just wanted to backhand him,
Motherfucker, you'll be the death of me yet!
This whole movie just makes you angry.
Exactly. And yeah, we get it. The saws are penises. We get it. So, Leatherface pelving around, doing the pelvic thrust with it or running in place like a fucking idiot. When I had reviewed it, I gave it a 4 or 5 on 10. I haven't seen it in a while, so I'm kind of going by memory. But no, I thought it was... I respect the audacity of going that way after part one. But for me personally, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah. Oh, well, I was going to say, I know we talked about this off camera once, but you said something that kind of stuck with me about Demons 2 and how you kind of go back and forth, like depending on...
I like it or not.
Yeah, depending on the stage of life. And this is that for me. I think I first saw it probably in high school. I didn't grow up watching this. I remember I saw the first one young, but this one I never did. I remember thinking the cover is cool because it had the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, they did a Breakfast Club thing.
But I mean, I just... I never rented it. And then I saw it in high school and I liked it. I was smoking pot. I thought it was really fun. Then I saw it in my late 20s and thought it was kind of boring. And then I saw it again. I liked it. And I saw it again. I didn't. So I kind of go back and forth. I would say this, same with you. I kind of appreciate Tobe Hooper kind of going the anti-sequel route. I know that he had like a 3-picture deal with Canon, and the deal was that he got to make 2 movies he wanted to, as long as, they were like, as long as you make this one, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. So I have this weird vibe that he didn't want to make it, or if he was going to make it, he was going to be a dick about it. And I think that shows. And so I like Dennis Hopper's double chainsaw. I like the colors. It's very bright and colorful, like you said, the carnival scenes.
Polar opposite of the original.
Yeah. I agree, though, that if any movie does not need the humorous sequel, it's Texas Chainsaw. I do feel in ways this hurts the original, even though you can never touch it. I feel like that's a one and done movie. So I guess you're gonna make a sequel. I could appreciate it being weird and goofy, but at this point in my life, I don't like it. I probably rate it a little higher than you, but I don't own it. Maybe I'll be in a happier mood in tropical weather and I'll be smoking a joint. I'll be like, oh, it's actually fun. But it's kind of boring. Yeah. It's kind of boring. And I think that's
funny because I never saw the unrated version. So maybe I will give it another shot because when I saw it, it's when it got released on VHS. And when it got released on VHS, it was a very chopped up R version. But since they've released on DVD, and I'm pretty sure Blu-ray, but don't quote me, an unrated version. So for a long time, the version that was out there was a truncated R version because, the MPAA at some point in the, I would say, late 80s to maybe mid 90s or early 90s, or going apeshit, and like Texas Chainsaw 3, which we're going to talk about soon. They really were going apeshit, man. So part 2 was a victim of that as well. So I've never seen the unrated version. So I'll probably check that out. Actually, everybody listening, can you comment and let me know if seeing the unrated version is worth my time? Am I going to think it's a sequel having seen the R-rated version? So comment and let me know. All right. Yeah,
I'm curious what people think. I mean, I know this one, I believe it got a Shout Factory release. So,
it's probably the unrated version.
It has its merits. I mean, Shout Factory to me is the That and Arrow.
Mecca,
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy for it. So again, at this point in my life, I'm not digging it, but I will admit fully that I've loved it and not liked it. So I don't know if I could ever truly have a solid opinion on it. We'll see. We'll see. But
Yeah.
I think we both agree that like it or hate it, at least it did something different, whether it stuck the landing or not. And I'll always support a director and a writer and an artist doing something bizarre, because why not?
Why not? Yeah.
Well, this.
Welcome to the end screen. Because we have our most popular videos up here, our latest videos over here, our modern reviews up here, and of course, the subscribe button right here, guys. Every little bit counts, and we do appreciate the support.